This fermented onion juice secret is only for those who are looking forward to growing their hair longer, thicker, and very fast. I mean, this used to be my hair few months back until I discovered this fermented onion juice secret, and this is how my hair looks currently. My hair grew really fast and almost tripled in length. So if you know you've been struggling with slow hair growth, thinning edges, and you've been looking for something really simple to skyrocket your hair growth, then I will urge you try this recipe. Try as much as possible to watch this video all through to the end, because I'm going to be sharing the little thing I did which has given me the huge result that I have now. I know so many of you must have come across a lot of onion juice recipe on this internet, but I tell you this particular method that I'm about to show you is really effective. And how I know this is because it has worked for me. And not only has it worked for me, it has also worked for a lot of people, and you are not going to be an exception. The only thing you need to do for me is to make sure you watch this video all through to the end, then follow my procedure, and there is no way you're not going to see results. A lot of people keep wondering why onions juice is trending everywhere on the internet. Yes, onions is not just something that suddenly started trending out of nowhere. Centuries ago, long before we even started wasting so much money on expensive chemical hair products, our ancestors were already using natural ingredients and herbs to care for their hair. Hence why back then women had such long, thick, and beautiful natural hair. Which one of those simple ingredients was onions, especially these red onions, which is packed with natural occurring compounds that makes it an interesting ingredient for maintaining a healthier scalp and healthy looking hair. Let me break it down really quick so you know what's inside this little onions bulb and understand why it has remained such a popular natural hair remedy passed down by generations. Onions contain several naturally occurring compounds, including sulfur-containing compounds and plant antioxidants such as quercetin. And there is no way we talk about hair without mentioning sulfur. And that is because sulfur is one of the most important things that your hair needs to grow well. And here is why. Your hair is made up of protein called keratin, and keratin contains sulfur. So when you do not have enough sulfur reaching your hair follicles, that's the tiny opening in your scalp where each hair grows from, your hair is going to grow slowly, breaks easily, and never seems to get longer no matter what you do. Now let's talk about quercetin. This is one of the compounds that gives onions part of their antioxidant activity. They are natural compounds that reduces inflammation on the scalp, because an inflamed scalp is one of the biggest hidden reasons why hair stops growing properly. Now, to prepare your onions juice, your fermented onion juice, if you've been following, I started by peeling, washing, and grating my onions. You can also use a blender, but when you're using a blender, feel free to add in a little bit amount of water so it can aid the blending. If you're going to be using a blender for this process, please do not add too much water so you don't dilute the onions juice too much. That's why I prefer to use a grater so I can get this raw, real, and original onions juice. And after blending or grating, you're going to use a strainer just to separate the pulps from the real onions juice, just like this. Now remember, we are going to be fermenting this, so we are going to add a very important ingredient into this onions juice for fermentation, and that will be sugar. Yes, I'll be using the white sugar. You can use the brown sugar, or if there is any other type of sugar. And I'm also going to explain why this sugar is very important if you're going to be using this fermentation process. Remember, you can also use the onions juice without fermenting. After straining, you can go ahead and use it right away, but I prefer to ferment because this method is actually more potent and more effective. Don't get me wrong, onion juice on its own is very effective, but here is what makes this even more effective. The sugar that I added is going to act as a readily available food source, which is carbon source for microorganisms that are naturally present in these onions. And during the fermentation, those microorganisms are going to metabolize the sugar and produce things such as organic acids and other fermentation metabolites. Now, after adding your sugar and stirring it properly to dissolve, we are going to get a clean container or a clean jar. We are going to pour in our onion juice with the sugar in it. And after that, I'm going to loosely cover this jar and I'm going to leave it at a room temperature for about 24 hours away from sunlight. If you know you don't want to intensify the smell of the onions, please do not cover this tightly. Cover loosely, okay? And make sure to keep it in a shaded area, maybe in a cupboard, and allow it to ferment for 24 hours. And after 24 hours, I'm going to transfer this into my container and I'm going to be showing you how to use this effectively because your fermented onion juice is ready. In case you're not feeling too comfortable applying onion juice on your hair because of the smell, you can go ahead, add in some few drops of lemon juice into this mixture, okay? It's going to help reduce the smell a little. Or you can also add in few drops of apple cider vinegar into the water you're going to use to rinse your hair after applying this. Now let's get straight into how to use this properly. First, you're going to need a cotton wool. Yes, a cotton wool. And of course, your onions juice. You're going to dip it in just like this. And you're going to apply this directly on your scalp. If your hair is out, please do well to section your hair so you can easily access your scalp. You can also use your spray bottle, cotton pad or cotton wool like I called it, or you can use your fingertips to apply this on your scalp. Just make sure anything you're using can give you an easy access to your scalp. One thing I like about this recipe is how simple it is. It's not complicated at all. The process, the making, it's really simple and you get to see a surprising result. The only thing required from you is consistency. As long as you're consistent with this, your hair is going to grow. You're going to see massive results. And once you're done applying this thoroughly on your scalp, you're going to massage using your fingertips just to spread this evenly all through your scalp. You're going to leave this on for about 20 to 30 minutes. Then you're going to wash your hair thoroughly using a mild shampoo just to remove any onion smell or any residues on your hair. And after washing your hair, you're going to follow up with your normal leave-in conditioner, especially if your hair tends to become dry. So you don't need to use it every day. Once or twice a week is okay. Also, remember this has no preservative in it, so make sure to store in the fridge, and whenever you want to use, take out just the amount you need and return the rest. But I always recommend making smaller batches that you can use once or twice. And if you're going to be using more than once, please do not introduce your cotton pad into the whole treatment. Make sure to divide and use the one you can finish at that moment, then store the rest. Try this particular treatment and be consistent. Yes, do not expect your hair to transform overnight. You're going to give your hair time, be consistent, and most importantly, try to take care of the hair you already have while you're working towards longer hair, because growing your hair is one thing and keeping the length you're growing is where the real magic happens. I'm going to wait patiently for your feedback after you try this recipe. If you enjoyed watching, please don't forget to give this video a very big thumbs up. It literally helps my channel. And if you're new here, please don't forget to hit the subscribe button. And also, before you leave, please tell me in the comments, have you ever tried fermented onions juice on your hair before, and what was your experience? I will see you in my next video. Bye.